Welcome back to the channel. We are at CES 2025, and I was actually invited by a few companies here, home IoT companies that wanted me to check out their products that are typically available on Amazon. And we're going to be checking them out and seeing what the cool new things are, specifically some of the new innovations that they're bringing for 2025. This is TK. Let's go ahead and check out some of these cool brands at CES. So you're not going to believe it, but my first stop is at Roborock. The reason why I wanted to stop here is because they're bringing a new type of technology to home cleaning when it comes to smart vacuums. They're actually bringing an arm that's going to knock your socks off, no pun intended, because it is actually going to be able to pick up your socks. One of the first things we're going to talk about, of course, is the Z70. That's going to be their flagship for 2025. But also we're going to cover some of their additional options that they have in here. Very exciting, and of course, groundbreaking when it comes down to the fact that we're going to have an arm on a smart vacuum. The Z70 is one of those smart vacuums that right now, currently in prototype functionalities that we have in here, that we're even able to get them to all synchronize and do a nice little dance for us as far as a demo. But the biggest thing that you could definitely appreciate is the fact that it's able to recognize up to 3 different items on the ground: socks, crumbled tissue like a napkin, as well as slippers, and allow us to actually be able to not only pick them up, but put them in a specific designated area once you do the home mapping. One of the other options that they have in here as well is the Saros 10R and the Saros 10. Functional options that provide you not only certain cleaning options, but of course, object avoidance. Also the ability of going under certain objects and reducing the actual sensor into the body of the actual vacuum. But of course, the biggest star of the show is going to be the Z70. One of the first things that they did for us when we first got here, they was actually able to believe getting all of the actual units in here to synchronize, extending the arm directly within the casing on top. You notice that it actually looks very similar to what you normally see on the market, but the arm itself extends by opening the lid at the top, and it allows it to actually pick up to 300 grams weighted items on the ground. Basically socks, crumbled tissues, as well as the ability of picking up slippers as long as not too heavy, and put them in a pre-designated area. They're showing us here a quick demo of one of the units in here, using the socks in there, and of course a little bin at the bottom of it. This actually allows you to not only see how it works, how simple it is, but also shows the mechanical functionality of the arm and how well that it actually recognized the actual product. Very simple and easy to use. And of course, showcasing the power of what the Z70 can do, and Roborock is bringing in for 2025. We have a couple of demos going on in here for us from the Saros 10 and the Saros 10R. One of the biggest technological improvements that they showed us here is the ability of using basically the time of flight sensors to map their actual location and continuously doing so. And here where we have the demos, as far as what we see here, again, it's currently doing the active scanning between the different shapes on the floor, the ability of going under this little surface area to be able to go in, reduce the actual head, as we're going to see in a little bit. And once it does that, it actually is able to go under the low clearance area. Again, coffee table, it could be your couch, depending on the configuration. Last but not least, one of the other things they also showed us here is their wet and dry vacuum series. And this is the F25 series. They have a series of different options available. But the biggest thing I'll probably see at CES 2025, it's going to be the biggest physical thing, and that is the Z70. So we started off with Roborock. Now we're going to stop over at Reolink. Now, Reolink, if you're not familiar with their brand, is security cameras or camera options for the ability of keeping an eye on your basically your valuables, your home, your loved ones, and basically when you're not able to be there. And they have a few new technologies that are bringing in right now. Not only that allows us to actually almost see in the dark, and we're going to check that out and see all of the options that they have, but also some new cameras that allow us to actually have 4G connectivity, solar panel charging as well, so that we don't have to worry about recharging it, but also the ability of going all the way up to Wi-Fi 6 support on some of their cameras. Let's go ahead and check out some of their new Atlas series. Taking a look at the Atlas PT Ultra, this is their, think of it as the best configuration with 4K, ColorX options, solar panel option for to be able to charge it, but this actually is a Wi-Fi model specifically done there, capable of shooting up to 4K. The one they also have on the other side here in their Atlas series configuration that they did win an award for is the 4G LTE color version. That's the Go PT. This one has the ability of going up to 2K for video recording and of course streaming over 4G LTE, meaning you can put in a SIM card in there as well as an SD card for configuration of storage, and of course using solar panel to be able to configure it and allow it to be charged entirely. So you want to put this at the extended part of your property. Maybe if you have a ranch, you have a backyard that's big, you can set it up at the back. It'll keep itself charged and connected over 4G. They have different bundles that allow you to actually have base stations with cameras, base stations with solar panels and cameras, as well as the ability of going with option of getting extended or extended storage. So you'll notice right here, what we have in front of us is a smaller base station. This one uses SD cards for support as far as storage. So you're able to offload the content directly from your cameras, not only on the SD cards from the cameras, but directly to the base station. But if you want a little bit more, you can go not only with bigger cameras, but also putting spinning disk hard drives inside of the actual base station. And that's one of the reasons why this one is so much bigger. You can mix and match depending on the storage configuration that you want. This is the Duo 3 Wi-Fi. That's the W750. This is the world first pioneering 16 megapixel UHD plug-in Wi-Fi extended 180 panoramic view. And what we're talking about 180, I'm talking the ability of actually seeing the entire picture. Not just the picture you want to be in there. We're actually looking at this specific camera sitting right there. And that's what the video is that we're looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and point to the camera. You guys can see me. It looks absolutely fantastic. Beautiful footage. And imagine being able to see this type of technology, using it when you're not home, and you can actually see everything that you need to look at. Of course, lastly, we're going to cover it real quick with their color night vision bright as day imagery. This is utilizing some technologies using with large apertures at an f1.0. As you can see, we have information there with a 1/1.8 inch sensor and a powerful ISP to give us the ability of actually almost seeing in the dark. This is a pitch black image directly within the box that's positioned on the bottom right. And using their technologies in the camera, they're able to not only bring in the brightness level, configure the color, but provide us the ability of actually seeing in the dark. A lot of cool things from Reolink at CES 2025. Check the links in the description, of course, for more information. So we've left Reolink and now we're coming over to a new company called Tineco. Tineco provides a certain solution for the wet-dry vacuum options that we have on the market. They're focusing on that because they felt like this is something that they can excel in. Also, one of the reasons why they were named #1 in this actual branch. So let's go ahead and check it out and see some of their new technologies for 2025. Now, we're going to start off with the lineup that they have here against the wall. Obviously, the star of the show, the winner of the awards, the Floor S1 S9 Artist. This is their technology that's going to be coming out in 2025, featuring not only the ability, obviously, having, cleaning, obviously vacuuming, mopping, but also the ability of steaming that's built into this function. Also, I love the fact that they have a nice little ambient LED light indicating the functional options that you get with this. If you're steaming, it changes to different colors. You're able to control the entire thing directly from the actual control center, or almost like a little display at the top. Now, this one obviously is going through a cleaning cycle. You're able to change the mode with the option home mode here, as well as the power button to turn it off. Very nice, very simple to configure. Of course, they have a few other options that have been out on the market. Some of their current models that they've been out there, quite tried and true, and again, providing them some of that experience that we've seen before. Different options, mostly all of them will provide us the ability of either mopping or vacuuming. But as we go up on the chain of devices that we look here, we're going to get to the star of the show. Again, the S9 Artist is going to be the main thing for 2025. Now, similar to what we saw with the S9, there is an assistive motor built in to the actual vacuuming system. Now, this obviously is a carpet cleaner. This is not a vacuum or basically a mopping solution. This is providing the ability of cleaning your carpet. They sell the solution that you need to use with it. It has a built-in motor assistance, and you're able to configure the different levels of assistance. So when you're pushing it, you don't actually have to fight with the unit. It actually helps you walk with it. If you're pulling, it does the exact same thing. And when you're ready to shut it off, it'll go back into its base station. Be able to clean it, configure it, and set it up. So many things that are really nice about this for your home solutions. Again, Tineco's main focus is being #1 in the stand-up experience, and they also have additional options in there where you have the ability of having kind of like a combo option, not only wet and dry, mopping, and of course vacuuming, but also having a standard handheld vac that uses the same motor. Okay, so now we're going to transition over from Tineco over to BougeRV. Now, BougeRV is focusing mostly, as the name mentions, RVs. So it's for the outdoors, but it also has some functional options for the inside of the house. Also, if you need to carry a lot of heavy things, it has a motorized cart that can handle up to 400 pounds. And we're going to start talking, obviously, about some of the most ruggedized experiences you can get for your RV. The big guy here, this is a really big ruggedized refrigerator, external refrigerator that you're able to use. Different zone configuration, the ability of going down to 0 or even -4, the ability of using it with batteries or even using it with the car charger as well as an actual wall adapter. Very configurable. This one is the Rocky portable refrigerator. Again, it is ruggedized, intended to be used outdoors, and of course handling all different elements. The other one that we have here is a little bit more portable. It has a built-in wheels as well as a handle. Still using the two different zone configurations that we've seen and we've come to appreciate. And you can see here that it has the option of going to -4 or even 1. Ability of using 1 or 2 batteries at the same time. Each battery will last you up to 4 hours, 30 minutes or so to get things cold, and another 3.5 hours to keep it cold. And what I love about it is that the actual battery itself is a power bank, USB-A, USB-C. of course, flashlight, and of course, the ability of using the car adapter in case you want to use that there. Again, 2 different battery configurations, closing it, using it when you need it, and of course, a handle, and of course, the option to be able to use it with the power plug on the back. Now, I'm going to transition over to something that I didn't think I was going to be covering at CES. This is actually a motorized cart. The beauty about this actually has a maximum payload capacity of up to 400 pounds. And as you're looking at the video right now, I am not joking with you. I actually rode in that thing. I'm not 400 pounds, but it's able to handle, obviously, a full-size adult, musical instruments, backyard equipment. It has a nice little latch in the back to be able to open up and close it. So for loading and unloading, in case you need to put things, very, very nice. The next thing, couple of things here, they have a couple of options. Another one of their portable refrigerators. This is the CR Pro portable refrigerator. They also have an external battery. One of the thinnest solar chargers that I've seen on the market. This is a 50-watt capacity solar panel configuration that you're able to use with USB configurations on the back. A lot of really cool things, flexible solar panels, more chargers, more, of course, refrigerators from BougeRV. My hope is that you found something that can help you enjoy the outdoors. BougeRV is definitely an outdoors focused experience, and I hope you guys found some really helpful experiences there. But we're not going to stop talking about the outdoors. We are now at Insta360 here at, again, the Central Hall in Las Vegas. The biggest thing I'll probably say is this. If you love taking pictures, if you love being in the moment, and also being able to record your content and even edit it later to make it better, Insta360 focuses on that experience. And one of their best cameras is the Insta360 X4 that allows you to shoot every single angle at the same time and produce the video you wanted postly, meaning you don't have to even worry about it. Get into the app, customize it, and produce your content the way you want it. Let's check it out. So here we have it, the brand new X4 camera from Insta360. Upgraded optics for up to 8K video recording at 30 frames per second and 360 video. We have the ability of having AI functionalities built in to improve the image quality for not only low light, but also the 360 video that you're able to record. We have 4K 100 frames per second recording on the video as well as 5.7K up to 60 frames per second. You're able to use both lenses or single lenses. And also, one of the things that I really like is they also include the screen protector or the lens protectors now as part of the package when you purchase your camera itself. This case here is actually intended for heat dissipation, as well as the new ruggedized experience on the back provides you the ability of getting better area coverage and, of course, better heat dissipation. Up to 1 terabyte of storage of coverage as well. A new display with a lot of functional options and new options, as well as using not only hand gestures to activate, but also voice commands to be able to get the cameras to run and give you some of the best footage. I've been using the X3 for many, many years now, and I really appreciate it, and I cannot wait to check out the X4. My hope is that you guys enjoy it. Now, the next camera I want to talk to you guys about is also one of my other favorite cameras that they've carried for quite some time. This one is actually the sequel to that. This is the Ace Pro 2. I've been using the Ace Pro for quite some time for a lot of my videos, especially underwater, and of course, first-person POV shots. Really good. We have an upgraded option to be able to change the cover on the top, as well as a windscreen cover for the microphones, which have also been upgraded. We have a dual AI chip for superior image quality processing, one dedicated for AI and one dedicated for Pro Image chip. The ability of obviously using the extended display here, as well as also the ability of getting indicators on the front with a smaller display. Added storage and, of course, functionality, accessories, as well as support for up to 4K 120 frames per second is going to be absolutely fantastic on the Ace Pro 2. And of course, not to skip over the entire gang, but we have here the brand new Insta360 Go 3S. This is the upgraded portable camera that not only docks and works kind of like the Pro series, but also is able to be used individually on a nice little clip option that you're able to put and mount. Also, a very nice magnetic mount that you're able to use directly under your shirt, so you can have those POV shots if you want to ride a bike or just want to be in the moment. A lot of good functionalities, 4K recording, great capture, and of course, a lot of flexible options with the Go series. So much to cover with Insta360. So we got a chance to cover a lot of products for you today. Obviously, from indoors, going directly for smart home cleaning, the ability of having different options for that, going to the outdoors with Reolink, with cameras, going with BougeRV when we're talking about just cooling on the go, and even carrying different things. Again, I don't think I would have done riding that thing on any other show other than this. And of course, closing it off with Insta360, some of the best cameras you're able to pick up for capturing the moment and being in the moment. And literally one of the only options you're able to pick up that allows you to shoot an entire video in 360 and produce it in 16:9 to the exact frame that you want without having to actually worry about it, because you shoot every single angle. So my hope is that you found something helpful here. My hope also is that you discovered some brands that you weren't familiar or knew about prior to this video. All of these guys, everything that I'm sharing with you guys today, obviously there'll be some links in the description below to go check them out on Amazon. I think that's one of the big benefit here is the fact that you're able to find these technologies, get introduced to them, and hopefully find value and of course appreciate what we're able to do. As usual, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for the support. I will see you in the next video.